Hi guys, so we're gonna change up the view today. So today's video is actually voted by Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, please do. Every so often like this, I allow Instagram to choose my videos. So I asked if you guys wanted a Walmart, I think it was Walmart or Hobby Lobby, and Walmart was in the lead. Then last time I checked, I think Hobby Lobby was definitely in the lead. So it's a Hobby Lobby haul, except there's a lot, and I'm gonna show you guys everything that I got for Christmas and how I actually picked everything out and how I essentially shop in the store and make sure I'm not like buying things I don't need, because I'm definitely one of those like love at first sight shoppers. Like if I see something and I just think it's pretty, I'm like, oh, I want that. And so that has, while I love being like that, I'm trying to get myself to kind of cut back. And so I created this system for myself years ago, and I've actually perfected it, and it's just working really, really well for me. I have my phone up here because I have my list, but basically for all of my holidays, so I have like Christmas right here just so that you can see that. And then I do it by rooms, and then my hearts also mean something on this list as well. So you saw green hearts and you saw yellow hearts. I also have orange hearts and red hearts. But basically, this is how I shopped at Hobby Lobby. All of this I had written down on my list, and I do it by room. Also, I don't know why, but my hair, I left it naturally curly, and it's giving clown athleisure. So if you're anything like me and you have that love at first sight, that knee-jerk reaction to shopping, and you just see something, you're like, oh, I love that, and you get it, and then you come home and you're like, I have 50 pieces of wall decor and not enough wall, then hopefully these tips and tricks can help you. Especially if you have an iPhone, I don't know, Samsung users or any other phone users, let us know if you have like a notes app. I imagine you do, but that is how I shop. I shop off of the notes app, and I'm able to also insert photos as well of any inspirations, and I also insert my own photos in here too. Like these are my own photos from my kitchen last year. It's also a way for me to put eyes on my inventory. So I'm like, okay, I know I have this, and you know, I'll go back and I'll look at my videos and kind of screenshot certain areas, and then that is how I build my list. And I'm like, okay, I would rather change this area or that area, and then I create my shopping list, and that's how I shop, and that's how I avoid buying things I don't need or don't have room for. All right, so huge haul, buckle up, but that's what I did. I went and shopped off of my list. It's kind of how I keep on track. So this year, unfortunately, is a big update spending year because I had to update my garland. The garland I was using from Walmart was just done. I've had it for over 10 years. It was so bad to the point where I was literally stacking 5 garlands together to make just a decent full garland. I'm actually still gonna be using that, I think, for something else, which I'm gonna talk about here in a second. You guys are gonna die when I tell you what I'm doing this year, but it somehow, one way or another, it's an update year for me in terms of my decor. So I did do damage at Hobby Lobby. The bulk of the money went to the garland itself. I finally got my hands on the viral garland. I've probably already shown this in a previous Hobby Lobby haul, but since I'm doing a whole Christmas haul for my house, I thought I'd throw them back in this video. But I did get 4 of these bad boys. Now these are the $119 ones because they're pre-lit, but they're 50% off of that price. So that's what, $60 per garland? So really that's actually not bad. And these should last me forever, I'm hoping. You know, if I can really handle them really well, they should last me for at least another 10 to 20 years. So, you know, there's that. Then I also bought 3 of these wreaths because I also need to update my wreaths. I don't like when my greenery doesn't match. And so the wreaths that I have match the other garland. Now I'm gonna keep them. They're probably gonna be my outdoor wreaths, but these are gonna be my inside wreaths. Now these in particular come with a little green velvet ribbon. I don't know, it's like really weird. I think I might be pulling that off. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle that because I am gonna add my red ribbon. Now it's looking a little sad, but that's just because I gotta finesse it. These were $67.99, 50% off. I did buy 3. However, I think I need I think I need 4, but I don't know if I'm gonna buy a 4th one. So there's that. I also bought these little stems. They're for my kitchen. They were $6.99 each, but 50% off of that price. Hobby Lobby's prices cannot be beat. It's actually the reason why you never see at-home hauls from me, the at-home store. I go once in a blue moon, but it's just so hard to shop there knowing Dollar Tree, or I'm a Dollar Tree girl, knowing Hobby Lobby's prices. But on the other hand, the at-home store has things like no other store has, so it does make them unique. But I think they can chill on their prices a little. That's just my opinion. But anyways, I got these stems for my kitchen. I also, again, we're updating greenery here, so that's just a really big thing. And I found these. They're $34.99, but 50% off of that. I actually got 2 of them. One is gonna go in my kitchen nook, that's what I call it. And the other one is actually gonna go in my kitchen. I looked back at my old videos, my photos, and I was like, I have nothing on my huge, beautiful kitchen island for Christmas. So I saw this girl on TikTok and she got all of these things from Hobby Lobby. She got this exact vase. This was $27.99. She got this exact tree, $34.99. She put it in here. I'm already obsessed with what's happening here. I love the way this looks. And then she added a brown velvet ribbon. Beautiful. I love brown. In another life, I would probably decorate with browns, navies, and a light blue color. Wouldn't that be like a beautiful trio? But I'm actually gonna do a red ribbon here because I do red, or maybe a green. I might do green. So I got that from Hobby Lobby. I also got this garland. It's the same exact garland, but this is the $99 one without the pre-lit, but 50% off, so it's like, what, 50 bucks. This one is for my office, so there's that. Okay, then let me just reach over here real quick, because I have some stuff over here. I bought some new plateware for my kitchen nook area, and look how beautiful these 2 pieces are. Also, I want to call these a dupe to like Pottery Barn, Williams Sonoma. They're so heavy. They're just high quality, you guys, like super high quality. And this size is $12.99 and this size is $10.99, but 50% off. I'm not giving you the 50% off because I can't like spit it out that fast. You know what I'm saying? Your girl can't do math on the fly like that. I'm sorry, I just can't. But so then when you put it together, stunning. And when I looked back at my photos, I had like a red napkin, but last year I didn't do napkin rings, and I'm like, what? So I found these at Hobby Lobby for $2.49, but 50% off. So when I do this, you know, that means 50% off of this price. And how cute. It's gonna match all the greenery now in the house. So I got 4 of them. And I did get obviously 4 of each plate as well to do 4 piece, like setting, whatever. However you call that. Okay, so I got that. Then I got these as well to update the kitchen, to update my greenery. And because I just, again, want it to just, I want the green to match. These were $17.99, but 50% off. It has a little black base. These are really cute. And I'm just gonna style them like in my kitchen. I also got for my kitchen this artwork. How cute is this? This one really gave Ralph Lauren and I just thought it was really pretty. So I'm gonna style this somehow in my kitchen. And this was $15.99, but 50% off. Then I found the cutest star topper. So the biggest thing that I am changing up in this house between the kitchen and it's between the kitchen and the living room, and especially my Christmas tree. My Christmas tree just needed a massive overhaul. It was too magazine, and dare I even say that. It just had nothing. It had no connection to me and Micah, and it's honestly why she doesn't help decorate the tree. Well, one, because I've told her not to, because I've wanted it to be so perfect, and the ornament placing, and then I'm like, this is the furthest reason from what Christmas really is. Like, we should be decorating it together and it should be fun. Like, it shouldn't feel like a task. And I'm just so glad I saw this woman on TikTok talk about how she's always decorated her trees for herself and not for the family. And thank God she said that, because it altered the chemistry in my brain and it made me wake up out of whatever freaking sleep I was in. So anyways, Micah was with me, by the way, and we got all this, and she picked out this star. I really love like the Sherpa quality, and I'm such a Ralph Lauren girl. And by the way, let's talk about this. Your girl knows Ralph Lauren. Okay, first of all, it's Ralph Lauren, not Ralph Lauren. I promise you. He talks about it. Mr. Ralph Lauren himself has said his name is Lauren, and he even says it's Lauren like a girl's name, Lauren. But people just want to say Lauren. It's not Lauren. And he's from the Bronx. But like, whatever. Anyways, people also talk about this misconception on Ralph Lauren is a specific type of plaid. And that's actually not true. If you go to ralphlauren.com, you'll see a variety of plaids on there. They're more known for a tartan, which is like the navy and green, which you see me do in this room and in my office. But they have the red plaid, and they also have the more white plaid that I like to use in here. But just so y'all know, it's very Ralph Lauren to do plaid. But Ralph Lauren is also about leathers, textures, brass, metals. So do what you will with that information. Do I think this is Ralph Lauren? No, not everything I'm doing is Ralph Lauren, but I do like the white of it, and I think it'll pop really nice and pull from the white of my couches. So we're actually adding a star to the top of the tree this year, because otherwise my trees have not had a topper in over a decade. Okay, so I got that. Then I got, I'm so excited about this. Also, sorry about my lighting. My other camera that I first started with my intro heated up. I don't know what happened to it. So I got star Garland. Stop it. I love stars. I love them. Like, this is my like thing. Like, I love them. I put them in my thumbnails. Like, I just adore stars. And I found these gold ones, and I bought a bunch. I don't even know how much I bought at this point. These were $18.99, but 50% off. But just so you can see how it actually hangs, stunning. These are gonna go all around my main Christmas tree. They're gonna go up in the fireplace mantle and over by the TV as well. And they're gonna go in another little location, which I'm gonna talk about here in a second. You're gonna die when I tell you what's happening this year. You're gonna die. So I did get a bunch of these. I don't know how many, but 8. I think I got like a total of 8. $18.99, but 50% off. So I got that. I also got, well, hang on, I also got this garland. I got this red. Micah and I almost went with a beaded red, but then I was like, no, we need a different texture. So I went with this little chunky felt one. So cute. I got several of these as well. These were $14.99, but 50% off. And I don't know if I got 3 or 2 of these. It's hard to kind of tell. I believe I got 3 of them because my tree is pretty wide. So, and if I'm being honest, I probably need 1 more for the tree. Speaking of the tree, so looking back at my photos last year, I had navy pillowcases and then I had my Ralph Lauren plaid, but this year I'm actually doing dark velvety green pillowcases. We're gonna pull out more of that color. I think the red's a little too bright. My red actually isn't very Ralph Lauren at all, I will say that. When you think Ralph Lauren, this is not necessarily the color, it's more of a deeper red. Not quite burgundy, but it can be burgundy, but just a deeper tone. So I wouldn't call this Ralph Lauren red by any stretch of the means for Christmas. But do what you will with that information. Anyways, I ordered some green velvet pillowcases here. And then I realized I definitely needed some more green ornaments. So I got 2 boxes of these. Actually, the other one is a different size. So, and then I'm reusing all my other ornaments. So none of that tree is gonna go to waste. I'm gonna be reusing the red ornaments, the navy ornaments. I just wanted to put in more green and make it more of my primary color rather than my secondary. So, and my tip, and at least this is how I do it. If I'm working with 3 colors, I never do an equal amount of each color. One color is gonna have more in percentage of, like, let's say ornaments, then the second color is gonna have a lesser percentage, and then the third color is gonna have an even lesser percentage, if that makes sense. So now I've gotta make green my number 1 primary, red's gonna be my secondary, and navy's gonna be my third. So I knew I needed to up my green ornaments to make that happen, if that makes sense. Okay, then we also got this garland. Will this work out? I don't know. This was $10.99. I got 2 of these. They are very tangled. This is a little bit Grinch, I won't lie. These colors are now leaning more Grinch. Like, this green isn't that dark. So this could be a return. We'll see how the tree looks, but maybe it could add that charming element. Again, I do see this as being a return because I also bought these. This garland, $10.99, but 50% off, and it's these little gold bells. So cute. They have a different variation of this as well, meaning they have another garland with gold bells, but the bells are bigger, and they have a nicer looking bronze. This kind of leans a little bit more on the cheaper gold color, so the bigger ones was actually more beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I should go back and change that out for, I don't know. I just wasn't sure if like the bigger ones would just look too chunky. I wasn't sure, but just kind of imagine, you know, like, this is just gonna be so pretty. So I'm excited for that. So I got those as well. And then here's another bag of the stars. I got a bunch. Okay. I have no idea what's in here. Oh, Micah saw this ornament. I thought it was so cute, so we got it. So random, but here he is. Yeah. He was $6.99, but 50% off. He's just a cute little nutcracker. Now, remember that my current tree has no personality in a sense. It's just bulbs. There wasn't any garland. I also put little red bows on it, and that was the extent of my tree. Like, I literally had nothing else in it. So, y'all. Now, is this... it could be. Maybe it will be the teddy bear of my dreams, but it's not quite like what I had in mind. But these were $8.99, 50% off, and I got so many of these little bears because what's more Ralph Lauren than bears? Not to mention, our stockings have teddy bears on it. I have a pillow that has a teddy bear on it. You'd have to see it. It's from Pottery Barn. to me, it's very Ralph Lauren. So I did get every bear they had, but I have to go to another Hobby Lobby and secure a couple more. Because it is a very big tree. So, a couple more of those. Then Micah got this piece, this little lamp post. I think it lights up. Yep, look at that. Y'all, she got this because it reminds her of Narnia. And I said, okay, yeah, love that for you. So this was $21.99, but 50% off. And then I found these ornaments buckle up because these just came out. I've never seen them before. I was even at Hobby Lobby not too long ago and they weren't there. So I feel like this was like a little new drop. But these remind me of the ornaments my grandmother used to make. Oh my gosh. Now my grandmother was a seamstress and we used to also like live in New Orleans. When they moved here from Italy, we lived in New Orleans first. And so a lot of our ornaments, like from my childhood, like, I don't know, I feel like you can just tell it had that really just New Orleans jazz. I don't know, these just kind of remind me of some of the ornaments my grandmother used to make. What? Have you ever, the coffee, the tea, this is tea, and this is coffee, and then the gingerbread. There's also something else to this, and I don't know why I didn't get it. I might have to go back and get it. Okay, so there's that. And then we also got a ton of little nutcrackers. We thought that they would be really great on the tree and kind of really give that traditional, also Ralph Lauren look. So we got this guy with the red jacket and the navy pants, and then the green jacket and the red pants. And we bought a bunch of them. They were $4.99, but 50% off. So I'm obviously not gonna open all this up and show you all of them. I don't know, if I'm being honest, I don't know if I'm gonna pull for them on this tree, but the teddy bears for sure are going on this tree, and I love this brown color. It's gonna pull so well with like the brown of this pot. I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna look really, really nice. I need a drink break. My mouth is like going dry from so much talking. I had to refilm myself, which you just now found out. But I already filmed all this with the camera I started filming with. I'm like, I'll just use the intro and restart the haul. Yeah, I've been talking for like an hour. Okay, let's get into this haul. Now, let's talk about the thing I just teased that y'all, guess what I am doing this year? Or I think, hopefully it comes together properly. It's actually gonna be a Christmas present. So, it is a Christmas tree village. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a Christmas tree village this year. And I'm gonna film the entire process. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how it's being made and, you know, getting my little village set. Now obviously it's not going to be a full complete, like it's going to take me years to like get my villages, but we're going to do a good enough base layer. I've already bought the train set. I'm gonna have a little train set going around it. It's gonna be so cute. Anyways, I was at Hobby Lobby this morning and I found these little trees, $11.99 for this stack, but I was like, how perfect would these be for a little Christmas village set? So they come in this little trio. Then they also make it as, here's another trio. Then they also make it as one little tree, which this one is $6.99. And then they make it, wait, is that that? Then they make, I think, a smaller little version of that. And this was $5.99. But look how cute and snowy and glittery it is. So that's just kind of what I started off with. I probably need to buy more of those, but I also want my trees to kind of like look different, have different, you know, trees going on. So that's it. That's all I have to share in terms of that. But I wanted to let y'all know that a Christmas village it's gonna happen right here. My main Christmas tree is gonna be on this other side. And then I had like a random tree to fill up this corner last year because it was just really weirdly blank. So I think the Christmas tree village is gonna go here. I think it has to fit in diameter. It might actually be too big for right here. So we'll see. But I'm gonna show you guys the entire process. We're gonna build it together. I'm gonna be using, hopefully reusing that Walmart Garland. I'm gonna be using it for that. So I'm excited. Then I got this ornament of Santa. He is stunning, by the way. This was $8.99. I'm actually gonna put him above the toaster. So if you watch my fall decorate with me, then you know, like you'll get it. Okay, so I got that. Then I got more of my red ribbon just in case. This is the ribbon I get every year from Hobby Lobby. $5.99 but 50% off. I mean, these prices are insane. Then I got this spool of ribbon for actually wrapping gifts. This was $4.99 but 50% off of that price. And then I also got these adorable little miniature gingerbread mugs. I don't know if they're like for espresso shots. I think that's so cute. These were $4.99 but 50% off. I'm pretty sure I bought another one not too long ago. I think this would be really cute in my mug collection and filling up little holes. If you also watched my fall decorate with me, then you saw that I used salt and pepper shakers to do that. So I thought these would be really cute. Okay, then I also bought, you're just gonna think I'm the biggest weirdo for this one, but I bought this giant gingerbread cookie jar from Hobby Lobby. This was $27.99 but 50% off. But I think I'm gonna do a little gingerbread theme in my half bath, which is so weird. Cause you come in, traditional plaid, media room, gingerbread. Come in here, more plaid, Ralph Lauren, bathroom, gingerbread. I don't even know, but it's what we're gonna do. And I know, a cookie jar in a bathroom. I'm just gonna use it as decor. I could also like have some like greenery kind of coming out of it, but I don't know. And that's what I was thinking. And then because I saw this soap dispenser, which is also at Hobby Lobby. They have an entire gingerbread line, by the way. It's so good. Obviously this is made for the kitchen, not for a bathroom. So just know I would never use this in the kitchen for food. Once I put it in the bathroom, I want you to know that. Okay. But I saw this little hand soap and I was like, this would be really cute in that bathroom. The price came off of it, so I don't know what it was, but we know it was pretty inexpensive from Hobby Lobby. Okay, then I have a couple of other little random bits. Y'all run for these if you are my nostalgia girlies, because I found some Christmas scratch and sniff stickers. And yes, all of Christmas, even the crafts, even the stickers, the wrapping, everything is 50% off. $1.99. but 50% off, so these were $1. We can't even get these from Dollar Tree for $1 anymore. So anyways, look how cute they are. What? I'm guessing these smell like gingerbread, and I'm guessing these smell like peppermint. And then the final piece, which is not Christmas related, I saw this because I was looking for wall sconces for the entryway, and I found this beauty, and I died. I love this. Like there will come a time where I am going to transition my house a little bit further away from farmhouse into Ralph Lauren, but these things can also be Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren has equestrian horses, Western. I mean, Ralph Lauren himself has like a Santa Fe style home somewhere. I don't want to say it's Colorado, but you get what I'm saying. Horses will still work very well into Ralph Lauren. Now, what won't work into Ralph Lauren will be like my barn prints. Barn is not necessarily Ralph Lauren, but horses are. And I saw this, $17.99. I have no idea where this is going. This was a love at first sight situation, okay? I'm thinking it's gonna go in my office for now, but that is it. Instagram chose a Hobby Lobby haul, and that's what you guys got. I hope you loved it. I hope you're excited to see the updates to the house this year. I do feel like it's gonna look the same, but also somehow different. So I don't even know if I can, like, that makes no sense. That's an oxymoron. But I'm very excited to to share my home with you guys again for another Christmas. I've been doing this for such a long time and I absolutely love sharing with you. I hope it's helped you in any way, like my shopping tricks and how I use my notes and how I use colors and patterns. I'm not the best, but I hope it inspires anyone, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.